Hi everyone, Lily here, and I'm back with a new Shabbylishmas tutorial. And I was playing around with my bling mesh trim the other day, and I have this inexpensive stuff, and I was thinking I should be able to do something with this for Christmas because it's sparkly, you know. So I made this. Isn't this pretty? So pretty. So we're gonna do this today. You can of course hang this on the Christmas tree, in a garland, in your window. You just make the loop here longer, on a huge candlestick, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So you will see it later when I start showing the house. And let's start doing it. As you can see now on the back, this is the back side. I used some yellow paper so you could see clearly how I went about, or have a notion of it. So I have pre-cut all those little flowers, and I took out 2 yards, and we'll see how much that of it will be needed, so you know for later when you want to try, if you want to try this yourself. And this is what's left of the 2 yards, because I wanted to show you exactly how it comes. So what I'm gonna do first, as you can see, I have drawn out the heart here. You have to make sure your heart it's not too narrow here or too narrow there, because they have dimension and that affects the placements and so on. So I'm gonna cut out the heart. Let's see if it's kind of there. And I'm only using ordinary cardstock or paper here, cardstock paper, I guess it's called. So, and if you're super fussy, you probably can just draw up half a heart and fold it in 2 and cut 1/2, and you will have absolutely equalness on both sides here. So I'm gonna line up. My sketch was very rough, so I can see that that's the middle there. Okay, I'm off camera. I'm so sorry. I guess you have seen cutting before. Now this is a little bit too narrow. I want to have it more open. Let's see here. There. You want to make it as equal as possible, of course. Now this side is a lot bigger than the other, so I'm going to do this and that. So that's the heart. Now, and you need your glue gun. So you're gonna start by gluing. Now this is not hollow as per yet. You know what? Do it a little bit more simple than I did, because I learned as I went ahead. So I'm gonna, hopefully I'm not gonna poke myself. I hurt myself today. I was cleaning out some vases, and as I picked it out of the warm water, it cracked, and well, it took a bite out of me. So that's why I have this bandage going on my finger. So okay, so you want to cut out, and I wonder where my X-Acto knife is. That would have been easier. Oh my gosh. You don't need to have more than 2/8 3/8 width on this. The flowers need to cover this as much as possible, you know. And once you get going, it's a lot easier here. I'm just gonna cut that off. Make it a little easier for myself. Right. Now I suggest that you use some pretty sturdy paper. I'll just show you why in a few moments. Alright, that's good enough, I reckon. Let's see, I actually want to trim out a little bit on the outside here. There. So, as you can see here, it's pretty bendable, still. So, okay. So now you're gonna start gluing, and make sure you have glue sticks available. Oh yes, I have. Okay. So you're gonna start on the top here. Okay. And you're gonna glue to cover as much as possible. See, I think that's actually perfect. I think so. And yes, you will get glue strings galore out of this, but it will be covered. So, as you can see here now, you have a little bit of paper showing. See? We'll fix that eventually. So, and when I did this, I have to cut around them all afterwards. So, you know. And as you can see how I overlapped them here, there is one poking in between two others. That's how you're gonna get them close enough. Let's see. You see that now? There you go. Okay, so and there. And you want to go all the way around. Yeah, I don't like that one. That's also something I did. There's a little bit of thread on each side of the flower, so you make sure you trim that off. That one I hadn't trimmed enough, so the threads poke out, and you will need to trim everything eventually. But you know, you want to kind of, the better foundations you do up front, the nicer the result will be. So this is a fairly quick project to do as well. So, and the tricky parts is, of course, the ends here. And as you can see now, I'm gonna put this on the opposite side here, so it's more or less equal. But as you can see, I have a little piece of nothingness there, so I'm gonna cut out. I'm gonna cut it like this and try to fit it. Yeah, that's good enough. And that's the nice thing about this bling mesh trim. It's soft enough to cut easily with our scissors, you see. So I'm just gonna go to the top here. Okay, all right, I got around all the way around, and as you can see here, there's a little bit more gap here up top, but I'm not worried so far. I'm gonna keep on working. And what I did next, and let me see, just thinking here, I halved it, and with that I mean I cut it like this, so I have a half. And this is a little bit trickier. Oh, sorry, you're gonna put glue in. No, that's the wrong side, Lily. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna put glue between two flowers, but you need to put it on the back side, and you're gonna put it down like so. So it's gonna take a little longer time to do, but you're gonna do that also all the way around. You can see how that is, and on the back side it looks like that. Okay. So I'm gonna do that. Alright, I'm back, and I have put all the half discs on the back, and it's easier to work from the back. I was just trying to show you how it will be placed and shows up in the front. So I was kind of lucky, kind of matched all over here. There's like a little bit, still missing the tip here, but we can fix that, and a little gap there, but it doesn't matter. You know, you're gonna have so many layers of this disc, so by the time you are done with it, it's not gonna show. And also, if it shows a little bit, you can take a silver pen and just dab a little bit of the paper, or you can take your scissors and cut it out, but don't do that before you got everything apart, because look how pliable this is. So that's why you have to kind of have pretty sturdy paper, but you don't want to have it too thick either, because that will show on the side, right? So next layer, it's gonna be, let's see here now. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be on the back side as well, and that's gonna be a whole disc. This is partly because you want to have it sturdy enough and you want to get things covered. So here we go again, a little bit wider strip, and get it down there, and try to get it so it goes into the crease there. You could do halves, but I don't want to do that because I want it to be a little bit sturdier, and this is helping a lot. Okay, make sure you don't put them upside down, meaning the right side. You want the back side showing when you do this. So a little bit opposite of what we usually do, right? So and when you do this, it's gonna start to move a little bit. As you can see here now, it's starting to lift a little bit from the paper. Now from the bottom, you can press it slightly so it doesn't bulk up too much. And it's because the paper is so pliable. These are actually kind of pliable. They're soft. So this will move a little bit. It's not gonna be dead flat, but I don't mind that whatsoever. So oh, I'm too quick. Okay, there. Okay, again I'm going opposite here, making sure that I will have space to make that pointed edge in the bottom, right? And get rid of some glue strings. Kind of multiply on me, right? Like little rabbits. Okay, we're gonna cut another. Let's see how wide this wanna be. You need to wing this just a little bit. I'm gonna see that it will fit. I wanna cut off one piece here. I mean, we're talking slivers here, right? Just a little bit. There. So, okay. And you will have less glue strings going if you're not so quick to push down, because once you do that, it's gonna lift up some of the glue. And although we can get rid of glue strings, it's kind of annoying, yeah? But glue strings is kind of the curse of a crafter, isn't it? That was quite good. Crafter's curse, the glue strings galore. Okay, I'm just chitty chatty here. So it is now the 11th of December. Guess what? We still don't have snow. And I'm in Norway. Hello. We should have had a little bit snow now, but it's not happening, it seems. And it was the same last year. We had a very mild winter. I hope I'm in frame enough. I can't work this upside down. I'm sorry, but I can't. It won't be pretty. So, but you kind of get the idea what I'm doing here anyway. So, okay, I cut up almost 2 yards, and obviously I'm not gonna make it with 2 yards. I have not tried to do this with another kind of bling mesh because I have others, but it's the fact that these flowers, they look a little bit like rhinestones, you know, like bling. That's why I like it. So you need to push down there. Okay, so here we go. The measurements now, I mean, the widest side here was 5 inches and 4/8. Now the total is almost 6, so it kind of expands. And from the tip here to the crease there, the dip, it was 4.142. So, and you saw my ruler there. As I'm European, I'm used to do the metric system. So when I became a, started crafting on YouTube, like the inches were like, duh, what's that? Because like everybody uses metric, right? After a while I figured out, okay, it's the Americans and what was it, Uruguay or one other country in the whole world that still uses the inches. But there's so many crafters in US, so you kind of adapt to using the inch system, but it's not as accurate as the metric. As you can see here, so the that's 1 centimeter. So, and the tiny little pieces here, that's the millimeters, right? So in 1 inch, it's 2 centimeters, and microscopic piece over 2.5. So anyway, so if you're either or metric or inches, get yourself one of these dual ones because it's gonna help you. So okay, back to this. Now you want to put one on the very top of everything on the front side, and doing that, you're gonna, so you can see this what do you call it, depth or crease, it's pretty good covered, right? So you wanna just put one next to each other there, and we can see what we're gonna do with this later, right? Or you can, let's see here now, this is kind of a little bit like working with live flowers. It's hard to get the measurements correct. Okay, now actually I can put 3 there. Okay, so but now you want to start to actually get rid of glue strings as quickly as possible, because more glue strings on this, more it will show, and this one needs to be pushed down a little bit more. You have to work this, okay? And to get it the right pretty finish. So, and as you can see, it will be a double layer on top. You need it because you want it to be some kind of sturdy here. And what I'm not liking here now, they're ending up on top of each other, right? So I'm actually gonna skip that one. See, get that glue away, I mean, get it off as good as you can. Okay, so try again. Make sure you have it in between the other flowers, right? Now that's a lot better, and now we'll come back to that middle part there. Once I've gotten around everything here, so I'm gonna go around. Alright, I've gone around, so you can see it started to get pretty dimensional, and as you can see, this heart is pretty larger than the other, because I want to have them close to each other, and that means I actually want them to be a little bit different. They're the same but different, so having 2 exact same size is get a little bit too static, a little bit too much geometric for me. So that's your taste, right? You will see when I show you what I'm going to do with them, or what I have done with them. You will understand the reason for being a little bit different. So, and this heart takes less discs than this heart, obviously. So I cut up about 14 inches more now, so I've almost used, well, 2 yards and 14 inches, right? So, and it takes that much because you have this little thread between each disc that actually is like 1/8, so that kind of swallows up a little bit of the yarn, but that's just how this thing is. So, and as you can see here, there's a little bit of paper showing there, so that have to be addressed. Now I'm gonna go around one final time, and this is on the back side, and I wanted to be a little fuller, that's why I'm doing this, and it kind of gets a little bit more, I don't know, cozy to look at, I don't know, fluffy, yummy, not exquisite, what do you call it, lush. Yes, lush, that's the best word. So I'm gonna start with the bottom on the top here now, because I want to make sure that will make the triangle complete. So I'm actually gluing on the disc first, because I want to control the hot glue more. So you can see there, and in there you see the dimension starting to really build here. So, right, that's secured. And since this is my last layer, I'm gonna take the time to do this way instead of just flipping it over and slapping them down, because I want to have it more finished. gonna be the last layer. I put the glue on the wrong side. Now this time you have to put the glue on the right side, top side, not the bottom. Come on, get glue there. Why aren't you sticking? Obviously these ones, no, you are so out of line. So, there, and this turn here now will narrow pretty much, so I'm gonna try to slide them a little bit more under. You need to work this, so it's not a rush project, but it's not so like super quick either. So I'm taking my time now, and as you can see it's getting pretty full and nice, and from a distance this will look like the real deal, right? Imagine having that real deal. So that will be quite a lot of craft supplies, like all the craft stores combined or something. Oh, there one fell off, so I'm gonna tuck that back in. I probably used a little bit too little glue. Okay, so now I'm gonna go around. I suspect it from the looks here I will need to cut like 6 inches more of the discs, so I'm gonna do that and I will come back after I've done that.